What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a vintage Kenner market update. And there were so much cool stuff that sold this weekend that I'm going to have to divide it up into two videos. One for mint on card and packaged items, and one for loose graded items. So it was just too much to put in one video. The video would be like 45 minutes long. Before I go any further in this video, I want to say thank you to my latest Patreon supporter, Barry Scott. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon ranks. It really helps out the channel. I've known Barry for a while now, and we're friends on Facebook and things like that. And I just want to say thanks to him for becoming a Patreon. And as always, thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You guys allow me to make more and better videos and to do more giveaways, things like that. I'm going to do a giveaway later this week, so stay tuned for that. But in the interim, let's go ahead and get started with a lot of really nice mint on card vintage Kenner items that sold this weekend. And we're going to start out with a 12-back B Darth Vader. It was graded AFA 80, but I'm really surprised it was graded this high. I mean, look at this litho damage to the upper left-hand corner, where it looks like the sticker was attempted to be removed, and it did cause quite a bit of damage, it looks like, to the card front. And it's also extremely wavy. I don't know how AFA and CAS factor in the wave on cards, because I've seen some pretty high card subscores despite that still have this wave, and it didn't affect the subscore that much for the card. But I mean, I'm not trying to say it's not a beautiful item, it is, but it just seems like it's a little overgraded. So it was graded as 75 for the card, blister 85, figure 90, over an overall 80, 12-back B Vader. The blister and the figure looked amazing. It's just the card, I think, was... I mean, the 75 card subscore is probably correct, but I don't think this is an overall 80. I think this is more like an overall 75, in my opinion. But anyway, that one sold for $2,225. That closed on October 27th. 40 bids, so a big number there, but a beautiful item. I'm certainly not trying to disparage it. I've just questioned the grading scores a little bit. That's all. Here's another one that. Some of the prices I'm going to show you in this video are head scratchers, as I alluded to in my in the thumbnail for this video, and some of them were great prices. This is one that I question, the price on. It just seems really, really high to me for a 75 plus overall. It was a 12-back C as well, but 1925 just seems really high. That sold last night, Halloween, and I hope everyone had a good Halloween. It was chaos at my house. We had like 40 kids. But anyway, this one sold October 31st, yesterday. $1,925 took this one home for a 12-back C Jawa. 75, 80, 85, overall 75 plus. This is one where I feel like the overall score of from AFA just seemed probably a little too harsh relative to that Vader. But still, 1925 just seems really high to me for a 12-back C. Here's another one that was on the upper end of where I expected it to go. This was a 20-back CAS graded Greedo. Really nice item overall. 20-back C. It was straight 80s from Collector Archive. What a beautiful item. Got the free Boba Fett offer there. That one sold for $11.26 plus shipping. I think that's on the cusp there. This is probably about market value, maybe just slightly above, but a really pretty item there. And wow, just what a beauty. I always love seeing a nice Greedo on a 20-back or 21-back. Just looks really nice. And let's see what else we got. We had a 21-back A Hammerhead. Now, this is one that was head scratching on maybe on the low end. I know it had a couple of price tags there that kind of maybe affected the aesthetic appeal of it, because it kind of, it was over top of the Star Wars logo. You had some kind of old stickers that were 1, 2, 3 stickers plus handwriting on one of the stickers that probably detracts a little bit from the aesthetic appeal of it. But anyway, it was a 21-back A Hammerhead, overall 80 score for it, and that one only sold for $770. So I thought that was, if you can live with the price stickers all over the front of the card back, I think that was a pretty good deal, $770 plus free shipping. Another head scratcher that was on the upper end of the scale. I have no idea why this one sold so high. This was a 32-back. It's labeled as a 32-back A, but it's really a 32-back B, which is the debut card for Yoda. Overall 80. So the card got an 80, the blister 85, figure 90. And the sales price was $17.67. So I don't know what's going on or why that Yoda sold as high as it did. that just seems inordinately high relative to what this. I mean, this is the most common. This is the most common Empire Strikes Back, or the most heavily produced Empire Strikes Back card in the Kenner line, and just a U.S. card, 32 back B, 1,767 on 48 bids was the final sales price. And you know, this seller showed what another one sold for on Certified Link, which was also kind of mind blowing to me. But it's certainly a gorgeous item. Don't get me wrong. But you know, I've got a 32 back B Yoda that I bought, and it graded at Collector Archive in 80. And I paid about 350, 380 for mine. So again, it's an AFA 80. You can say what you want about the differences in grading between the two companies, but to pay about, let's call it 5 to 6 times what I paid for mine less than a year ago, I think is crazy. It's madness to me. So this to me was way too high. Here's one that I thought was actually really a great price, if not a little low. This one was a 41 back A Han Solo Palatoy. It's got that beautiful Palatoy logo on the front. Now, on Facebook, I mean, these can go for some serious money. And this one sold for $959 over in the UK, in eBay UK. It was not listed, on the US eBay website, and maybe that's why it sold so low. But man, what a gorgeous item! It's got a beautiful crystal clear blister. The weapon's still attached. 75, 85, 80 were the sub scores. But man, what an awesome Palatoy card back! And I thought 959 or 700 Great British Pounds was a great deal for that item. So a great pickup for whoever got that one. I think that would go all day for quite a bit more, even on Facebook. Another item I thought was a great price, really, for what it is. I mean, it was the Empire Strikes Back vinyl action figure carrying case, still factory sealed, or it's got the factory wraparound. It was an overall 85 grade item. So just a gorgeous example of this action figure carrying case. And that one sold for $915 plus $40 shipping. And I thought that was actually kind of right in line with market. It was not too high, certainly not a steal, but there's a number of different carrying cases that are out there. We saw one in a previous market update where it had a Wampa that was featured prominently. This is, I believe, the most common of the ESB carrying cases, but what an awesome item. It's got the bounty hunters there in the lower left-hand corner. It's got 2-1B and the Cloud City, and then Yoda in the upper right-hand corner. So I believe, and I could be incorrect on this, but I believe this is the most common of the ESB action figure vinyl carrying cases. But what an awesome item and very high grade. Now this is one that a buddy of mine picked up. I won't spoil it in case he wants to show it on his Instagram, but a good buddy of mine that you guys know well, he picked this one up. This was a 48 back C4 LOM, and this one is I believe the only 4 LOM on the ESB card back. So these are not very plentiful, and so if you ever want a 4 LOM on an Empire Strikes Back card back, it only came on this 48 back with the Revenge of the Jedi sticker offer, or printed offer. So this one sold for $863 on 50 bids. I thought that was a great deal. Really good pickup. And, it's just really hard to find the 4 LOMs on the only ESB card back that he came on. He's pretty easy to find on the 65 back. He's even really easy to find on the 48 back transition card with the free Neon Numb offer. But these Revenge of the Jedi 4 LOMs are pretty expensive now. And I was guessing, I'll just go ahead and tell you, it was Chris W. who picked this up. He and I were speculating as to what the final sales price would be. He was thinking it was going to be quite a bit higher. I thought it was going to be $1,000, and he thought it was going to be even higher than that. But anyway, I think he got a great deal at $863. Really nice pickup by Chris there. Gorgeous clear blister. So another 48 back that sold. This one had a yellow blister, very slightly yellow, but this was the Zuckuss on the same Revenge of the Jedi sticker. This one sold for $580 plus shipping on 25 bids. This closed last night. Again, very slight yellowing. I think that if it had been a clear blister, it probably would have gone closer to the number that, even despite the fact that it wasn't graded, it probably would have been closer to that $800 number is my guess. But really nice high grade example, probably an overall 80 grade, yellowed 80. So anyway, that's just 2 Revenge of the Jedi card backs. Now this is another one that I was watching pretty closely. This was down in Australia. This was the 45 back with a display arena offer. I thought this is a really pretty item. This is the black Bessman security guard. I just like all the blues, the blue lighting, or the blue on the figure. You know, you can see it didn't have the any of the gold trim applied to that figure, but I think it's with that display arena offer being blue also, it just really displays nicely. But anyway, it was listed at $600 US or $800 in Australian, and I think it was best offer accepted, and I don't remember what I was offered. I think it was about $550 plus shipping. So overall 80 grade. Very nice item though. That one did sell though. Let's see. We also had another one. This was sold at auction over on eBay UK. This was a yellowed 77 back A Han Solo in his trench coat with the camo lapel. I believe that's the same one I have. I can't remember. Beautiful unpunched example. Very light yellowing. Very nice. Overall 85. Gorgeous example. That one sold for $459 US or 335 pounds. Very nice example there. Another Return of the Jedi that sold. This was a Canadian Princess Leia, and it was graded overall 80, 77 back A, Kenner Canada with a clear blister. Just a gorgeous example. That one sold for $393 on 40 bids with free shipping. Great deal to me, I think, for that one. Now, this seller, Muffin Man, always has a lot of cool stuff. This was one of the autographed items he had. He also had a number of loose graded autographed items that I'll cover in another video, probably on Wednesday. But this was an autographed Darth Vader. This was a Palatoy 65 back D, autographed by Dave Prowse. Really gorgeous item. It was graded 80% by UKG. That one sold for $508 US or 371 pounds. I thought that was very fair for what it was. Really nice item there. There was another great pickup by a good buddy of mine. This one was a Kia Mall, graded overall 80. This is the Kenner Canada unpunched, really beautiful example, clear blister. That one sold for $358. I thought that was an absolute steal of a deal for an 85 grade, CAS 85 grade for a Kia Mall. Kenner Canada, clear blister. Man, what a steal of a deal with free shipping there. And now let's dig into some Power of the Force, last 17, things like that. This was a General Lando. It had a light crease in the upper left-hand corner, but really nice example. It had some sticker residue where the price sticker was removed. Looked like a Toys R Us sticker was removed there. Very light yellowing on the blister. It looked like maybe the outer blister is actually still clear, but the inner tray had some yellowing there. But a gorgeous General Lando. That one sold for $360 plus shipping. It's probably a 75 grade overall. I thought that was a pretty good price for a General Lando. Another last 17 figure that sold. This one was the same seller. This one still had the Toys R Us sticker applied. A yellowed A-wing pilot, but very nice unpunched example overall. I'd probably probably an 80. I think it was a yellowed 80. That one sold for $468. I mean, that was a great price to me for a mint on card A-wing, just given what they're doing. I mean, you can, I've seen them sell for close to that loose, ungraded. So to get that mint on card, I thought that was a great price. Another one I thought was a very good price, same seller. This was an unpunched Luke Skywalker in his indoor poncho. Very nice card, great condition, probably another 80 grade, unpunched and sold for $500. I mean, that was a very good deal. I think all of those were very good prices. Here was an overall AFA 70 yellowed Emperor on the Power of the Force card, unpunched. That one sold for a little bit higher than I expected. That's a little bit of a head scratcher. $660 plus $20 shipping for a fairly low grade. I could see that price if it was like an 80 grade, but for a 70 grade, that seems a little high to me for the Power of the Force Emperor. And then the last Power of the Force that I wanted to show you guys was this one. This was a Imperial Gunner, and this one was punched, but very clean condition, just some very light edge wear. The issue was that the blister did have pretty significant dings on both the upper left and upper right hand corner. Probably an overall 70. I think that blister probably would bring that down to a 70, maybe a 75. But that one still sold for $715. I think that's the Imperial Gunners is getting up there now, mint on card. I think these were better deals though. The Lando, the A-wing, and the Luke Endor. I thought those were great deals relative to what this one sold for, but it is what it is. Last 17 just continues to command big money. So anyway, I thought there were some good deals in this batch of mint on card and packaged items, and there were some that sold at pretty much market value. And then like that 32B Yoda, I have no idea why that one sold so high. That one is just to me, this one at $1,767 plus $40 shipping. So you're talking about over $1,800 for a fairly common Yoda figure. I mean, I know Yoda's been jumping up here a lot lately in some of the market updates we've done, but this number is crazy to me, just completely crazy. So anyway, if you are new to the channel and you like this kind of market update information, price data, please consider subscribing. It helps out the channel. And to all my existing subscribers, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll be back soon.